You can't just talk to random strangers for no good reason.
Well, what's a good reason?
I don't know.
That's my point.
How are you going to interact better with strangers? Are you going to get off your phone to interact with strangers? Is that what you're going to do?
That's a you comment. So for me, interacting with those of which that I don't quite know, it's challenging.
Strangers.
You don't want to put yourself in danger, of course, but at the same time,
Danger's our middle name.
this is
though,
something.
to be honest.
We did a Ukrainian mission trip with Craig Armstrong, and Craig and I were walking on the street, and I was talking to him. I'm like, sometimes when I'm in different countries, I don't really feel safe enough to go up and interact with somebody. And although some of that's true, what Craig was telling me was like, a lot. He's been all over the world, and he was just like, he's like, I know I'm a guy, so I'm coming at it from a guy's perspective, and it's safe. It's relatively safe. And so that was it kind of gave me confidence and courage to take one step outside of that, like everyone's out to get me mode, and just say, hey, maybe there's a balance.
I think
there.
a challenge with America and Americans is that so many Americans do not feel safe outside of the country. Like, I'm not going to go to wherever. When we were going to Warsaw or even coming here in Peru, there were a lot of comments about, oh my gosh, be safe and all that stuff. I'm like,
yeah, the unrest.
I feel better walking around here than I do in Dallas or Chicago.
In ways, yes, and in some ways, no. It just kind of depends. But I will agree with your point, and that's just kind of how it was when we went to Guatemala too. Yeah. A lot of times we get our news from a certain source, and so you have to kind of keep that in perspective. It doesn't mean places are safe. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't be head on a swivel, vigilant. And
we're getting ready to hit the Inca Trail. We do have to have evacuation insurance that we have to present today at the meeting at 2 p.m.
I'm at this point. I'm geared to hike the other Pichu if all goes well. I definitely want to get that experience. Bob's going to come with me. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to appreciate the journey. And if I say that enough to myself, I've done a pretty good job of being in Peru here for 24 hours. I'm a little more chill, a little more relaxed. I'm letting Stephy Steph here be in charge, giving you agency.
Bob's actually done a really good job over the last couple days. If you've ever tried to control Bobby when he doesn't want to be controlled, it's a challenge.
It's a fool's errand.
It's not a fool's errand, and there are ways about it, but no one's happy. It's an outright gloves off fight.
That's actually pretty funny. That's hilarious. Oh well. Well, just enjoy. Go on the journey.
What else are we gonna do? Part of us getting out here and doing this stuff is it's a commentary on lifestyle. One of the things I try to do is take yourself out of your daily routine and look at it in the full magnitude of put all your life, all the days you'll ever live on a calendar, and
are you serious? You do that?
And kind of look back and look down upon your life and say, okay, I worked a lot. Yeah. Is that everything you wanted it to be?
Yeah. No one will be on their deathbed saying, I wish I had worked more.
Yeah, exactly.
And there is a great book. I think it's called 4,000 Weeks. I read it about 6 months ago, and it basically said exactly what you're talking about.
Don't wait till tomorrow, or don't wait, no offense. Don't wait till you don't have to be 50 to start living. I had to get that in there with him. You can be, you don't have to wait till you're 30 either. Like
one of the saddest things, when I was in high school, I worked in a hospital, and the cook of the hospital, Vince, big Italian guy, and he retired and he was going to go to Italy. He had saved and planned for this trip his whole life. And he retired and he died the next day. And he was supposed to get on the plane to go to Italy. And it taught me a lesson early about tomorrow is never guaranteed. Try not to put off what you can do now. And there can be reasons you've got to put things off. With little kids, you can get out and travel. You just have to travel differently. You have to have a little more patience. You may not want to be in certain areas. But it's really good for your kids to get out there and just to see different cultures, interact with different people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's just, That's family.
Yeah, it is. Well, listen, guys, thanks for joining us on this little adventure from Lima, Peru. We're just sitting here chilling.
Yeah, we're just a couple of randos out here in Peru, just chilling.
With custom
With
well-being.
custom, and if you were at the Wellness Summit, Bob did hand paint this for the Wellness Summit.
In my Brooklyn basement. I sure did. Anyways, thanks for joining us, y'all. Bye.